What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to take care of your waders, and when they do spring a leak, how to fix them. Hang out with me. Alright guys, I'm out here trying to find some leaks in my waders. I know I've got a couple of pinholes and I think I've got one seam leak, so really going to have to kind of check. The way you're going to know where your waders are leaking at first is where you're going to notice a wet spot on your jeans or pants, or you know, whatever you're wearing under them. You're going to notice that wet spot when you take them off. What you're going to do is you're going to take some alcohol. And these are Redington waders. A lot of the brands this works a lot better on, but this one, it doesn't work as good on Redington for whatever reason. I know Sims, this is actually their preferred method. And you're just going to pour some of that on there. Now on your Sims, or I don't know about Patagonia, but I'm going to assume that Patagonia has the same thing. It's going to turn dark on the inside. These don't. These you actually have to wipe it on there and flip it back to where you're looking at the outside, and that's how you know where the puncture is, because it's going to look wet. Then you're just going to take a felt marker, like a Sharpie or something like that, mark where your hole is. Take some of this stuff right here, and you're just going to take and poke a tiny little hole in the middle. It's kind of like a super glue tube. Just a little pinhole in there. And with this stuff, less is more. So I mean, just a little touch of it, and then take a wet finger and kind of rub it in right there. Then it'll get tacky. Now this is the big problem I'm having with these waders. The other day when I went fishing, got down in a hole, and I'm like, it feels like I'm getting wet. I felt that before, you know. I wasn't panicking or anything like that. Normally I get out and it was just a figment of my imagination, or what if there was a little bit of water that leaked in, it had already evaporated anyway. This time that was not the case. This crotch seam has sprung a major leak. This seam right here has sprung a major leak, and it's right in the U of the crotch. So now, I've never done this before, and every manufacturer says don't. They want you to send it back to them and let them fix it. Now, if I had paid $400 or $500 for this pair of waders, I would not be doing this repair. Every wader company out there does not want you to repair this seam. This tape on the seam is part of the construction process, and they honestly don't want you touching it. This isn't an expensive set of waders, so I want to know whether it'll work. The guy at the fly shop said it'll work, so we're going to lay it to it. So I know right here's my major problem. So I'm going to Alright, so what I've done here is I've taken the Aqua Seal and just put a thin layer over that whole piece of tape, and then come about 1/8 of an inch outside of the piece of tape, all the way up on both sides of the problem area. So we're going to let this set up for a few hours. Then I'm going to flip it right side out and put a little bit of this on where I know it was actually leaking from on the outside. Alright guys, so I just checked out that last patch that I put on there, that last little bit of aqua seal that we put on there. Money, dry as a bone, just like brand new. What I ended up doing was putting some of the aqua seal on the outside. You're probably never going to notice it. The stuff works great. I'm pretty sure it's shoe goo in a different package. It feels the same and it smells the same. So, and a lot of people on forums said just go get shoe goo. But you can get this in your local fly shop. The pack I bought was made by Sims. Gore-Tex repair kit. Came with a patch in there. I didn't use it. I'm going to put it up for later use. To store this, the best way that I've heard of is just sticking it in the freezer. Clean the threads off. After you get done using it, clean the threads off. Make sure that they're good and clean. Cap it up, put it in a bag, put it in the freezer. That way it doesn't harden up. So, if you guys like this video, hit that like button down there. Consider subscribing. It'd mean the world to me. And I'll see you guys next time out on the water and in the woods.